You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Thursday, June 25th. Let's talk about a trend affecting young professionals in Korea. Like, imagine getting a promotion, seeing your salary bump, and still ending the year poorer than you started. That's, the reality for a massive block of workers right now. We are really breaking down how rising costs and AI automation are completely rewriting your market value and, well, your take-home pay.
Yeah, the math behind this squeeze is, it's completely brutal. Looking at the Bank of Korea's mid-year financial stability report, Seoul Metro renters now spend 18.4% of their monthly income on housing.
Wow, 18%.
Yeah, and it gets worse. Over the last 5 years, annual interest burdens jumped 45%. We're talking about going from 2.22 million KRW, which is about 590 USD, up to 3.21 million KRW, or roughly 2,290 USD. And that's just a service debt.
It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom, and the hole just keeps getting wider.
Yeah.
That 45% spike means a young professional is suddenly bleeding, an extra $700 a year before they even touch the principal of their loan.
Exactly. And it's not just the big housing bills going up. The small reprieves, those are disappearing too.
Right. Shinhan card is actually killing 14 different cards today, June 25th. And IBK's Blay S7 starts on July 31st. Losing those everyday cashback perks, it really feels like a stealth pay cut that silently compounds this whole housing squeeze.
Yeah, the mechanism behind those disappearing perks is just pure margin protection. Card companies are rapidly exiting products where the servicing costs exceed fee revenue, in this high-rate environment. Your budget is just tightening from the macro level and the micro-consumer level simultaneously.
Normally, the playbook to escape this kind of financial squeeze is pretty simple. You leverage a hard junior technical skill, like coding, to get a quick raise and outpace inflation.
But that escape hatch is closing really fast because those exact entry-level skills are being commoditized by AI.
Right.
The speed of deployment is staggering. KT builds functional business apps in under 5 minutes via voice commands for just 1,000 to 1,500 KRW. That's barely a single US dollar.
If AI can build a working app for a single dollar, does my entry-level coding certificate even matter anymore?
It fundamentally changes the value of those mechanical skills, frankly. Simultaneously, Notion's AI now allows non-technical staff across Asia to instantly read and parse complex engineering documents without needing an engineering background at all.
So if I spent 6 months learning a language to boost my salary, is that basically obsolete?
Well, CEO Kang Kung-man has a famous 30-year career framework, and his core rule is, do not shortcut your first 10 foundational years. When AI tools eliminate the coding barrier, your entry-level execution skills just lose their premium.
Because the market stops paying you for knowing how to build something if a machine does it for $1, right?
Exactly. You have to pivot from being a code monkey to being the person who knows what to build. But this pressure isn't just in your personal paycheck. It's actually playing out on a massive scale with your retirement funds.
Oh, right. The macro side of things.
Yeah. The National Pension Service, or NPS, net sold 2.3053 trillion KRW, roughly 1.65 billion USD in June. This mass sell-off occurred as the hashtag CoSPI surged 80% in the second quarter.
Okay, quick reminder to our listeners, we are not giving investment advice here, but why does the NTS selling billions of dollars matter to a young professional? How does that inject volatility into their mandatory retirement savings?
It comes down to strict asset allocation rules. When the hashtag CoSPI surges, the domestic equity portion of the NPS portfolio balloons past its target percentage. So to rebalance, they're literally forced to sell off those Korean stocks.
Wow. This mechanical selling essentially puts a hard ceiling on the market's growth, doesn't it?
It does. Your mandatory retirement funds are inadvertently suppressing their own upward momentum.
So you're fighting a multi-front war here. Your rent is eating 18.4% of your income, your credit card perks are vanishing, AI is commoditizing your technical skills, and your retirement fund is mathematically forced to cap its own gains.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
It leaves you with a really critical question to mull over. If a machine can execute basic tasks for $1, are you spending your shrinking take-home pay learning mechanical skills that will be free tomorrow, or are you investing in the unique human judgment that tells the machine what to do?
The 45% surge in housing interest costs fundamentally alters your financial baseline, meaning the squeeze on your take-home pay is accelerating faster than headline salary figures suggest. Simultaneously, as AI commoditizes basic technical execution, your true market value shifts from knowing how to build a system to knowing what problems are actually worth solving. Surviving this 18.4% rent trap requires treating AI as a baseline tool while building the cross-functional judgment that algorithms cannot replicate over your first 10 years.
That's today's AI Prism, Early Career. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.